Hey, welcome back to another episode of 25 Crafts for 2025. This is episode 7, which is insane. We are halfway through the year. For this episode, we're exploring 2 crafts per usual. First one, it's a soap making kit. So I've been really excited for this one, but I haven't been at the same time. So I've made soap before, from, the little boxes you could buy of just soap and you melted it, and just from them, not an actual kit. But I love doing it. I loved it. But this one comes with a few smells that I'm not too keen on, so I'm autistic. So I might leave them out and maybe see if I've got anything at home that I can use. But we're going to see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and use everything in the kit because I think that makes sense. I just opened the box and it was a bit overwhelming, but we'll see how things go. I am excited for it because I haven't made soap in a while, to be honest. Maybe like 2 years, so this will be fun. The second craft is jewellery making. So I have a small art shop and I sell jewellery to my dad's shop. So he owns a gift shop and I sell my art there. And he could do with some more bracelets. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to make some bracelets. That'd be a good craft to explore and show you. Also, if you follow my art TikTok, you may know, but if you don't, I have a ton of jewellery making supplies like beads and different things. But my dad had a message and it was basically saying that the charity shop that his friend's wife worked at had a big bundle of jewellery. So I went over to have a look and I ended up coming back with a crate full. So I've got a load of beads to be going through. Let's not waste any more time chatting and let's get straight into this. Hey, editor MJ here. So first off, as usual, we're just opening the box, having a look at the materials and supplies, and just going through it really, having a look at the instructions. As I said earlier, I have made basic soaps before, so I knew roughly what it was that I was doing. I've never done them with added stuff in it, so as you can see there's like some leaves and different things. I've never used anything like that before inside soap, so that was new for me. Here I am just measuring out the soap. So originally I was measuring it out, but in the end I just melted it all and then put them into these little muffin cubes, muffin cupcake cases, the silicone ones, because it only came with one mould, which was a bit annoying because it meant I couldn't do more than one at a time. But I found these, I use them for making egg muffins. So I love an egg muffin, but they're basically cupcake cases that are silicone. So I used them to make some different ones as well, so I could do more than one at a time. I'm using my mum's scales because mine were at home. When I was filming this, we were at the caravan, so I was trying not to make a mess because, I don't want to get it on the table. I was really scared to microwave it because I do not like this microwave. I don't even know how to describe it. It hasn't got a turntable in it, so it doesn't turn inside, and I don't know, the microwave just stresses me. I put it on for, I think, 30 seconds, but I was checking it every 5 to 8 seconds, just so that it didn't overdo it. Now that I have my melted soap, it's time to put it into the mould. So I started off with the mould that it came with, which was just a rectangular mould, which is fine. When I did soaps last time, I actually put them into different shapes because I thought it was really cute. I grabbed a plate because I thought if I pour this and it gets onto the table, my parents are not going to be too happy. I mean, it's soap, so it'll wash off, but obviously, I still didn't want to make a mess, especially as it was hot soap. Good thing I did put a plate underneath because I had to get some tissue to wipe off from the outer bit of the mould just because I missed it. I gave it a bit of a tap just to make sure that there was no air bubbles, and then I chose what to put on it. So I went for this to start with just because there was 2 of them. So I thought I'd try it out, and then here I am doing the second one. These are the cases I was meaning. I will admit, at this point I was getting a little overwhelmed with the smell, but I didn't want to stop there just because I was enjoying doing it. It was just the smell that was causing a bit of an issue. I was actually at the caravan alone at this point, and my parents were coming back this afternoon. I think they came back about 3 hours after I finished making the soap, so I thought it'd be quite a nice present for them to have as well when they got back, to have some nice soaps. And I even went to the shop and I got them a few snacks, so I thought that would be really nice for them to come back to. I hated these little seeds because they didn't stay in. So you'll see later on me trying to scrape them off because some of them stayed in and others didn't, and I felt there's no point to have like 2 of them in it. So I did end up scraping it off and then remelting it, but you'll see that later on. I then let them set in the fridge. It didn't take too long. I think I left them for about 10 minutes, which I was quite shocked at. I expected it to be like an hour or so, but it hardened quite quickly. So this is where you see about the little seeds. So that was disappointing, but I didn't know what to do. So in the end, I just scraped some of the seeds off, all the excess ones, and I remelted the soap just to make a different one. So this was the soap that I had left. I went ahead and microwaved it, and then I think I was able to make 5 of these little soaps in total. I tried to use up everything and all the soap basically, because I didn't want there to be any wastage, and I think I didn't do too badly. Here I am just using up the rest of the soap. The pink mould was a bit less soap than the others. So if you just heard my dog, I do apologise. He's next to me and he's having a dream. But yeah, so there was a bit less in the pink mould, so it was just a smaller bar. What I will say is getting the leaves and stuff into it was not easy, and I did burn my hand multiple times, which wasn't the nicest. Here we are, we've come to the final bar, just finishing off putting the leaves in it, making it look nice, and yeah, that's the end of this craft. I have now got a plate with 5 different soaps on them, so I thought I'd show you them all. This is the first one. I was just going to say have a sniff, but you can't obviously smell it. So anyways, there's another one. There's 3 with like these petals. That one fell off. And then there's 2 that I used with these. So I'm going to go hide them in the bathroom for my mum to find, because she loves soaps like this. So I'll probably put them on the side of the bath. She's on her way home, so I hope she likes them. Now it's time to move on to the next craft, which is jewellery making. This next part of the video is going to be quite small, just because I was really running out of time. I've been struggling a lot recently with my physical health, and honestly, I forgot I was even doing this series. The soap making I did really early on, I think it was around about the 2nd or the 3rd of July, but as I'm doing these voiceovers, it's the 26th, and I just need to get it done, because although I could have done it next month, I'm trying to do one a month, and I think it would really annoy me if this came out in August instead. So I did do what I could, that's what matters. But anyways, here we are making some bracelets. I have about 10 boxes of beads and I'm trying to get through them. I've already gone through quite a lot of this box, but then obviously I've got my other boxes. Wait, is it 10? I think I've got 10 boxes this size and then I've got 2 smaller ones. So I get most of my beads from charity shops. I'll take apart old and broken jewellery and then reuse the beads. However, this box, except for the one in the bottom corner, these were bought for me, I'm not sure where from, because they were from my mum, but probably Temu or something, to be honest. So I'm just going through these so that they're used, but most of my beads I get, I do upcycle. It had been so long since I'd made jewellery, I couldn't actually remember how to tie the knot. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a specific knot that I do, because originally when I was doing them, like the first time I started doing them, they kept breaking. I was like, what am I doing wrong? So I researched a ton of different knots and I did find one that worked, so that's good. One thing I will say is these were rubbish scissors. I don't even know where I found them. I just kind of found them and then was like, I'll just use these. But I have got much better ones. I'm just not sure where they've gone, because I know I was using them for my diamond paintings, but I've not seen them since. So yet another pair of scissors have gone missing. If you see me cutting off a little bit of the edge of it, like as I'm doing now, it's because the holes are really small. And the only annoying thing about this bracelet thread is that it kind of like frays at the end. So you have got to kind of like snip it off and then it's fresh, if that makes sense. And that is something that is annoying, because especially when I'm doing smaller bracelets and I use less thread, because then it's like you're cutting a little bit off each time, which is fine if it's once, but then if you're just doing it repeatedly, then that is a bit annoying. The elastic thread that I use is quite thick as well. I haven't found a thinner one yet that I like. I I have anxiety, especially when it comes to like making stuff, because I have this thing where it's got to be perfect. So with my thread, I prefer to use it thicker ones and just not use certain beads because I trust it more. So like if I use the thinner thread, I might be really anxious, being like, what if it snaps? Which, whereas this stuff, I've never experienced it snap unless I haven't done the knot properly. There isn't much more that I can be saying. This is quite a repetitive task. So I'm going to put on some music just so that you guys can listen to it and enjoy me work. And I'll catch up with you later. Hey, so I have a good sized box of jewellery to show you today. What's that label even say? This is the box of my sister's that I stole. But anyways, so I've got a load. Some of these were made last month, but I thought I'd get together my most recent ones and show you them. So there are a range of beads. Some of them, I know these ones I got from a small business. So there's a small business called the Wool Shop in Llandudno, which I visit every now and then. And these are some of the beads from there. We have a ton of upcycled ones as well. So we have these ones. These are all upcycled. So is this one. And then we have some of the beads that my mum's got me. Oh, this is an upcycled one. I really like this one. But these are some of the beads that my mum got me. No, that's one of them. There's these wooden ones. So I'm trying to get back into being productive and making stuff. I'm struggling a lot with my health at the moment. I'm just constantly tired. So it's trying to schedule in rest that actually helps, and also doing stuff which I'm not great at because I hate rest days. So I try and push myself, and then it gets to a point where I just can't do anything else, and it's frustrating. But those are the crafts for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I haven't got next month's planned yet. I am thinking of doing a punch needle kit, but that's not definite yet, so I'll wait until next month before I talk about that more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!